What's going on, Show Nation? It's Movie with Movie Gaming TV, and in today's video, we are going to talk about the new Willie Mays card and new Cole Hamels card. Will these cards make your lineup or your rotation? I've got some polls up on Twitter. If you would like to vote in those, you could always leave a comment down in the comment section below. Also, if you would like to say, yeah, this card is going to make my rotation, or this card is going to make my lineup. Anyways, let's go ahead and take a look at the actual cards themselves. Now, first and foremost, we're going to start out with Willie Mays. So he goes 104, 101, 110, 103, which is not bad. He also has 94 fielding and 88 speed. If you get him up to like parallel 1, parallel 2, which is pretty realistic, that doesn't take very long. He's going to hit that 95 fielding threshold to have diamond fielding at any position in the corner outfield spots or also at first base. So he has the secondary of first base. Now, the problem with this card is at 104, 101, 110, 103, while they are good hitting stats, they are not great hitting stats. And McCutchen is pretty much locked in at center field for me, and Juan Soto is locked in one of the corner outfield spots. Neither of those cards are going to be coming out of my lineup. And we talked a bit about this when it comes to Fernando Tatis Jr. card versus a postseason Corey Seager card. I looked back at all my Diamond Dynasty teams recently and looked at all the attributes. Last year in MLB The Show 21, towards the end, we had like the most stacked cards ever. I'm talking like Mickey Mantle was super stacked. The Griffey was super stacked. Every single position was really stacked. But if you look at the Fernando Tatis Jr. card, he had 98 contact versus left, I believe. And that's just kind of outdated. When you look at a modern MLB The Show 22 card that's super stacked, they have both really high contact and really high power. And the fielding does not matter as much. The speed still does matter, but the fielding just isn't as important. It's really a game of you want to have amazing hitting stats. You want to strike people out with their pitchers and get weak contact. So the fielding is just not that important. If you play somebody like Nick Castellanos in right field, he's probably going to make about 80% of the plays. Sure, he might not get to one in the gap, but you hope that his bat can overtake all that and he just does a decent enough job. The ball doesn't get hit to him 10 times a game for outs, especially if you're playing something like events or something like that. It's really not that important to have like that great of fielding. You just need suffice fielding, you know, silver, bronze, that gets the job done. So with this card in particular, what it really makes me think of is this Willie Mays card is for somebody that cannot get Andrew McCutchen, because for me, I played the game a lot. You know, I stream the game, I make content on the game. Quote unquote, getting Andrew McCutchen was not very difficult for me, but that's because I know what I'm doing. And I feel like a lot of people that follow this channel and follow the streams and stuff like that, we did stream yesterday, might get a stream in today, but I feel like a lot of people like that are really into the game, they flip, they either spend money, they're really into this, they've figured out a way to get McCutchen, George Brett, like that kind of thing. I feel like this card is going to be not something that people are going to get jazzed up about, right? Because when you look at my lineup, I mean, the only card that he can compete with, like I said, is really Babe Ruth. But with what I just said, Babe Ruth goes 116, 113, 110, 105. So he's got the better hitting stats. He's not as good of a fielder by any stretch of the imagination, but he is a better hitter. And the other card that you have to compare this with, see, when it comes to a card like Giancarlo Stanton, I think his speed is so low where that's really like he's just not going to be good enough on defense because he has that low of speed. But when you really think about it, like it's a card, I'm trying to figure out where I have him. The other card that we have here is Julio Rodriguez. Julio Rodriguez with a 125 both sides at parallel 2 with a 104, 105. And I do not have this card up to like parallel 5. Parallel 5, when you look at some of the cards and you grade some of the cards, I mean, parallel 5 does take a long time to get to. So like parallel 2, parallel 3 might be like more realistic. But anyways, this card, yeah, it has 66 fielding, but he's really fast anyways. He's going to get to most plays that he needs to make, and he's got more power. Like 125 both sides is really good with 104, 105. He's a lot more expensive, but I mean, this card is probably better than Willie Mays. Like the current debate for me would be like, do I play J-Rod in left field or do I play Babe Ruth in left field? And I feel like Babe Ruth is just better than that Willie Mays card just because the hitting is a little bit higher. Now, this card is at parallel 4, but I just feel like that's where it's going to come down to for a lot of people. Like if you can't get McCutchen, you know, 118, 125, 108, 117, he's not going anywhere with 96 fielding and 89 speed. He's not going anywhere. He's not even parallel 5. Juan Soto to me at 117, 107, 125 both sides, all of these quirks, like he's not going anywhere. He's not, he might might not go anywhere for the entire year. That's how good he is. And this Babe Ruth is just a masher at the plate as well. He's really, really good. So it's just like, it's tough for Willie Mays, but Willie Mays would probably take one of these spots, or J-Rod takes one of these spots. I don't think you're really going to Giancarlo Stanton. Obviously, Griffey was very underwhelming. He's not going to play with the 92-85. I don't even think this Griffey card is really that good to even use in events, because I think, let me see if I can find it in center field here. I like this Cedric Mullins card more than that Griffey card. Now, Griffey was a free program card, but I really wish if he would just have had much, much, much better stats. I've used the Mantle card a little bit. He does kind of hit the ball. Like, it's not too bad on All-Star, but it just, I don't know, there's a lot left to be desired, especially when you look at the Mantle from last year or the Griffey from last year. At 99 overall. I guess this Mantle is still a 98 overall, but what they probably should have done is they should have made this program be Pedro Martinez, Cal Ripken Jr., and Mickey Mantle, and then had Johnny Bench be the free card. That's what they should have done, but I think they wanted so many people to take like Pedro Martinez that they made Mantle a 98 and made him for free. So, or just like one that you were going to get or was a lot cheaper, because these cards are still pretty expensive. I did pick up Cal. I did pick up Pedro Martinez, but I'm going to wait to pick up the Johnny Bench until I actually unlock the pack to get that card. So that's pretty much where we are with Willie Mays. Is he bad? No. Is he great? No. He's like somewhere in the middle of all of that. So let's take a look at Cole Hamels now. Let's take a look at Cole Hamels. All right, let's go to online modes, rank seasons, and let's take a look at his pack. The play rewards also, like, I don't know why they haven't reduced these innings. I really feel like maybe at about, like, I don't know, 175, 150, you should get this World Series pack, but it is what it is. Cole goes 116, 106, 101. He's got a four-seam, a circle, a cutter, an SCV, and a sinker. So he's got a lot of good pitches there. I didn't even realize that they snuck in that sinker also. He's got 99 control on the four-seam fastball, 99 on the circle change, 95 on the cutter, 89 on the sweeping curve, and 81 on the sinker. So it's not that great of a sinker, but he does have it in the bag. It's probably a pitch that you're going to want to throw to like left-handed hitters, you know, left on left. His cutter has 92 break on it. He's got 99 on the circle change. That's the pitch that he was really known for, was his changeup, and he throws that cutter at 90. Now, if you have not seen my video about the pitching meta in MLB The Show, now I've had it out for like over a month. It's been out for a while, but it's just one of those things, like, cutter is my favorite pitch in this game. So I love using the cutter. That's what the number one pitch I look for in this game, because you can throw it outside, and the video goes more in depth, but you can throw it to the outside, and with the ability to not really get a lot of power generated on swings that aren't early or on the early side of good. A lot of people are still early, and then they just like roll over on the pitch, or they can't really drive the pitch, and then it has a very low par region. That's a difference between it and the sinker. The sinker obviously has a much bigger par region now. You can't throw it up in the zone. You can throw that cutter up and away, outside the zone, and then you can come back into the zone. That's the pitch you want to have, and then you can mix all of your pitches off that pitch, and he does have a good cutter, it looks like. And you want the faster cutter. It says it's at a base of 90, so as you parallel this card up, it's going to get faster and faster. He's got really good control on it. He usually has a really good motion also. Like, I like Cole Hamels' motion, so I think he's probably going to make it into my rotation. My rotation currently is Randy Johnson, Corbin Burns, Roy Halladay, Pedro Martinez, and Mike Mussina. And what do these all have in common? Cutter, 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 cutter. And then I have Randy Johnson. I've been thinking kind of, what is the point when Randy Johnson leaves our rotation? Is it going to be ever, or is he at some point going to be in this spot? He's the one pitcher that really doesn't fit that criteria for me right now. 110, 125. He's got the beast per nines. He's so tall, and he has that outlier fastball. And using this card some, I do like this card quite a bit. At the very start, I was like, and I'm pitching with him in an all-star on events, I was like, these pitches weren't going well, but you can really pitch off that outlier fastball. That outlier fastball makes him very, very good. The cutter's still nice. The circle change. I love his motion, too. He's got one of my favorite motions in the game. It's really, really nice. I think at this point, too, I feel like my bullpen is very, very low. I really like this Gregory Soto card. Anyways, I was going to do a video. I was trying to decide. I put a poll out on YouTube and on my Twitter as well. Just kind of like, which video would you like to see? Because I was going to do either a favorite cards video of cards that I've used so far. There's really no good time to put that out. Like, we have the extreme moments coming up soon, but it's like, should I just put that video out at whenever? Because I at some point when you're thinking about when you want to do these videos, you just kind of got to do them. And I also have a bunch of hitting notes. So what I do is when I play the game, I open up like a notepad, like a word pad on my computer, and I take notes, because otherwise I will not remember some of the things I'm thinking about when I'm playing the game. So I basically have a bunch of hitting tips that I could drop. Just let me know in the comment section which one you want to see. The polls are pretty much like right at 50-50, so I couldn't really decide which one I wanted to make, so I just streamed yesterday. On my stream today, I would really like to go and see if I can make the World Series. I was enjoying playing events quite a bit yesterday. I've been working on this claw grip with the left stick. I'm getting better and better. I was hitting the ball pretty well and enjoying talking to chat. Anyways, that's it for this video. What's your take on Willie Mays? What's your take on Cole Hamels? Leave it in the comment section. I'll talk to you soon. Peace.